Yeah, your voice.
Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. We are broadcasting live from the TWF studios on what seriously is a summer day. Let's be honest about that. You are now listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. I'm your host, BangEm South Jason Fastkade, and I've got my co-host, the absolute best in the world today, the man known as Trent Williams, the guy that I know who got Caitlyn on the NYC. More on that later. Trent, we got a lot to talk about, bro. Brock is back. Brock is pushing people around. New Japan did a fantastic show this past weekend, and we got the Extreme Rules pay-per-view this Sunday. So are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Let's do it, dude. Let's stop stalling and get right into it. So let's start off with the New Japan pay-per-view. I did the rundown of the card last week, but I was able to watch, I'm kicking myself because I watched everything up until the Kenny Omega Cody Rhodes. I don't know why I stopped there, but I still haven't watched that match. Feel free to spoil it for me. How did you feel about the pay-per-view? Likes, dislikes? There was like 9-10 matches. So yeah, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a pay-per-view. It was on TV.
True.
Pretty good stuff. Lots of eventful stuff, both for the good and the bad. Unfortunately, Hiromu Takahashi looks like he's going to be out of action for quite a while, as he has broken his neck due to taking a not even sure what they call that move, but it looked nasty. He basically slid across the ring on his head after he landed.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty, but he still finished the match.
Yep.
And won the match.
Yeah, and the report today is that he won't have to have surgery, which is amazing.
So what was it? A stinger? You just need time off? You need a second opinion? I heard that he collapsed in the back. Listen, I don't know if that just adds more drama to it.
Right.
I'm hoping that he stays relevant and we get vignettes of Daryl having a neck brace and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to figure out what they could do with this, man. Obviously, if it's legit, then that's a bummer. But if he needs time off, definitely after a performance like that, well deserved.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the next few months or the next month or so where they don't really need him because they're starting their G1 tournament and he wasn't in that. So at least they have that where they don't have to rely on him. Hopefully he won't have to be out too long, but then again, you don't want him to come back too soon and something else worse happen.
Yeah, you don't want a situation like what happened with Paige, right? You don't want anything like that. You don't even want to see something like what happened with Paige, man. I honestly, to me, that's worse than like the Sid injury and any kind of graphic bone breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing somebody that just has no control of their body at that point. So pretty scary.
Yep. Oh, and he's actually the junior champion right now.
Yeah, so kind of explain the whole G1 special. Does the G1 kick off with this show or what? Like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, I don't know why they call it the G1 special. It don't really have anything to do with G1. G1.
Uh-oh. Hey, Trent, are you there? Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, start over. The G1 is a month-long what?
It's a month-long tournament, round robin, 20 guys in 2 blocks of 10. They all face each other, that kind of thing. And the winner gets a championship match at Wrestle Kingdom.
Are they doing the G1 in the U.S. this year?
No.
So the G1 special was just a special live event, doing it on the West Coast, and just to build, I guess, anticipation for All In, just to try to go in different locations, I guess. I don't know.
Definitely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and another big story coming out of the show at the end of the Cody Rhodes Kenny Omega match, which was a really good match. Cody Rhodes almost broke his neck as well when Kenny Omega tried to powerbomb him from inside the ring to the outside through a table, and the table was too far away, and pretty much on Cody's head and neck hit the table.
Did we get color?
No.
Okay. Wow.
But
okay.
Kenny Omega ended up winning, retaining his title. Cody goes to the back. The Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are walking up the ramp, and the Gorillas of Destiny and Haku come out. And you think they're going to celebrate, but they turn on Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and they lay them out in the ring, bring them back to the ring and lay them out. And then other members of the Bullet Club start coming out, and they lay all of them out. And then Cody comes in, and you think he's going to try and, attack Omega and them and join up with them. But no, he tries to hit them, but they attack him too. But after they get done attacking everybody, Kenny Omega gets to his feet first, and he helps Cody up, and they hug. So it looks like Omega and Cody are back together.
Okay, and Haku and his boys are outsiders, like Rogue right now?
Right.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that's the only way that they're going to get noticed. It's the absolutely only way they're going to. It's like 18,000 members in the Bullet Club. So, okay. And Haku was out there just knocking people down.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Because listen, at first, throughout the night, right, there was this whole vibe of Team Cody, Team Omega.
Right.
To have that back solid, I mean that works. I didn't know if they were gonna branch off like the NWO and had like a black and white and a black and red, or a golden elite version and like a dream version. So that's cool to have them back together. And now you get to showcase possibly the Young Bucks going up against Haku's boys. They I can't say they deserve it because it's not like I watch them all the time, but you got to come up out of that somehow, bro. You can't just be a soldier forever.
Yeah, and I think they could build up to a good, decent main event between Omega and Tama Tonga. Like, he's gonna be the breakout star of those two.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that was inevitable. I think, was it last year when they were doing the G1? Like he had to go up against Omega or something like that, or he was just like, so. Yeah, he was kind of talking trash to Omega about Bullet Club decisions. So yeah, he's definitely the more vocal one. The other guy is the Stevie Ray of the group.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So let's talk about what I thought was the highlight of the show, only because it had the most intriguing storyline, and that would be the U.S. title match with Jay White, emphasis on White, Jay White versus Juice Robinson. Now, I thought this match was pretty good. I thought the storyline leading up to it was pretty good. I thought the promo and the hype and the YouTube clips and all the videos that you could watch on why this match was going to be must-see, or why you should at least know who these two white guys are in New Japan. Let's be honest about it, right?
Right.
The story was just delivered, bro. Jay White is a complete douche. He's your super strong heel. The underdog is Juice Robinson, who was on a tremendous losing streak. Not only was he losing, and this was possibly his last chance, he had already broken his hand, or broken a bone in his hand, however you want to say it, and he couldn't use his, I think it was his right hand or left hand? Right hand, because it was taped up. If you use that, he would be disqualified, right? So you had all that going into the match. But man, when the match starts, Jay White is just in complete heel mode. They're going outside, doing spots on the not the ring apron, but the ring barricades, which in New Japan are just like small little steel. And they, what was it, like he parabombed Juice or like pushed him back into the barricade or something like that. Yeah. And that knocks out JR because they just like slam right into the announce table, right? So it knocks out JR. And like they had, JR was commenting on, man, why are they being so reckless? Like that doesn't win you a match and all this other stuff, right? But then when they do that and JR gets knocked out, first of all, who the hell is Josh Barnett? Josh Barnett jumps up like, oh, you effed up now, and gets in the ring, chases Jay White around, like basically you don't do that, blah, blah, blah. It had so many different angles, bro. And then Juice wins in in the end, with a I don't think it was a schoolboy, but was it a schoolboy?
I can't remember.
Yeah, so basically some type of roll up just to end it, and we get the shocking win. So it got Juice over, got Jay White over, got whatever they're trying to do with Josh Barnett in the future over. That was the best match of the show in my eyes, just because of the storyline.
And apparently, from everything that JR's saying, which he could be playing this up, obviously, that spot wasn't planned for him to get hit like that.
Well, this is what I don't understand. That spot was a spot. Obviously, it was definitely a spot, right? Was the Josh Barnett part not going to plan? That's the only thing I can think that really put this over the top.
I think it was all planned.
So what was really planned in? Like, it wasn't supposed to hit him that hard because put him on his butt.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
Oh man, that was the best part. I had heard people talk about it, but just to sit there and watch it was fun. It was definitely fun. We also had the Young Bucks versus Evil and Sonata. Sonata is my favorite wrestler. Just want to let you know that. All right. And but they still come away with the win. And there's rumors about them going to WWE, but I doubt they'll ever do that. But yeah, this was a good show, bro. I mean, to not be pivotal show. Okada played the like second fiddle to Will Ospreay. Right. So it was just, I don't know, it was just fun. I'm looking forward to the G1 though. I think we'll get some interesting matches there. But New Japan was hitting on all cylinders this past weekend.
Yeah, it's still weird to see Okada without the belt. He's had it so long, not seeing him with it, and not seeing him in the main event. It's still kind of weird and something to get used to.
Didn't he come out looking fresh though? Like, man, all the weight of the world is off my shoulders. Like his
and everything.
Yeah, like his hair just looked like he just woke up. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't in traditional Rainmaker last match of the night form, right? Like he just came out, like I'm about to have fun.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully New Japan keeps on rolling on, man, because I like the fact that they're not on every Monday and Tuesday night. So when you do see them, it's something new, it's something fresh, and you get other people over because you're not a casual fan. You're not watching every single day like WWE.
Yep.
Okay, that show wasn't the only show over the weekend, which if you look back, this was a hell of a weekend, man. I mean, it really was. We also had the UFC. Who cares about the numbers at this point? I remember when UFC first started, or they were on Spike or whatever, they had like themes and like names for the pay-per-views. It just wasn't UFC 162. It wasn't that. So we get Daniel Cormier facing I forgot his freaking name. It's like Milicic or I was gonna screw it up. Knocked him out in quick fashion. The dude he knocked out, his wife was giving birth, so he probably just wanted to go home. Who cares? Yeah. Biggest thing about it though was at the end, he invites Brock Lesnar into the ring. Now listen, Daniel Cormier is fighting. He doesn't have any shoes on. Brock Lesnar looked at least 6 feet taller than him. Just saying. Brock gets in the ring, immediately just pushes what looks like a little boy halfway across the room. And then they start jawing or whatever, and it ends in a nice little mess. Something that ESPN can show on their site, something to hype up a fight that's probably going to happen in December or maybe sometime in January or something like that. Right. How did you feel about Brock being on the UFC, considering last week we mentioned that we hadn't seen him in the States since WrestleMania? Yeah,
I mean, if people were reporting it, that he was going to be there, and sure enough, he was. Hopefully this means they're closer to getting the title off of him. Hopefully, maybe at SummerSlam or something, they finally, just do something real quick and get it off of him, because I'm ready to have a champion on Raw every week.
Are you ready for that, though? Do you want to see the traditional Raw show where the heavyweight champion closes out the show every Monday night?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen,
you don't have to close out every show, just be there,
Yeah, baby steps. Let's definitely take baby steps. Listen, man, like I don't really know how to feel about this, man, because if he shows up at SummerSlam, which, obviously he's going to be there for SummerSlam, if they do a quick match, you might get the reaction that you got, with him and Goldberg at the, whatever their first WrestleMania match was, right?
Right.
Where people know, I think you're in Brooklyn this year, or maybe you're in Cali, a smart town. Yeah, you're in Brooklyn. People are gonna know, bro. People are definitely gonna know.
Yeah.
So I would love it if Brock held on to the title and they stripped him the Monday after, because that Brooklyn spectacle is like what, Saturday you got Takeover, Sunday you got SummerSlam. The Monday after is gonna probably stay in Brooklyn or maybe Madison Square Garden, and Tuesday's the same way. I just don't see them just knowing that he's going to the UFC, dropping it at SummerSlam with everything that, the casual wrestling fan knows, or the casual ESPN viewer knows. Hey, this guy's going to fight in the UFC. Why should he lose?
Yeah. Maybe they do a thing where, like, at the end of the match, he, like, just goes crazy and starts breaking the rules and stuff. And the next night, Kurt Angle strips him of the title or something.
Yeah, I think something like that would definitely work, bro. I like something that's super quick. I don't know what type of reaction you would get nowadays. I'm pretty sure certain people would be like, damn, finally we get a champion. Finally, we don't have an imaginary title that people are fighting over on a Monday night.
Yep. Or either like do like they did when like CM Punk took the title, crown another champion and up to a match between the two champions at WrestleMania next year.
How is it that they've never done that before? Like, you haven't seen this guy since Saudi Arabia. Hasn't been in the States. I mean, like, he hasn't even been on Raw to do a promo, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I know you can't do things how you did them in the old days with, hey, you got to defend it every 30 days, and he's a prize fighter and all this stuff. He only shows up for the big dates. But, man, how do you go around? How do you always forget to mention, oh, yeah, there's no title visible? There's no title visible.
Probably hope we forget or something.
I don't know, bro. That's just and listen, part of me likes it like that because you only see AJ with the title, and that's the true WWE title anyway.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if they would want AJ to start doing double duty, but with the co-branded show, to have two heavyweight titles, it does kind of, it does get silly.
Yeah.
So maybe they move out of that, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Probably not.
Yeah. All right, bro. I still think that we should get Josh Barnett versus Brock Lesnar. I think that would definitely work. Let's get into Extreme Rules, my friend. I'm ready for this pay-per-view. It's loading up as a very hardcore traditional pay-per-view. What they used to have it in Philly, I guess it's still in Pennsylvania. It's in Pittsburgh. You got everyone on the card. You got everybody on the card except Brock.
All right.
So let's run down the card, bro.
All right. Our kickoff match is a tables match between New Day and Sanity.
See, this is the only time that I will watch the kickoff show. Well, sorry, when the Usos and New Day were on what other kickoff show, I definitely watched it. I have a complaint, though.
Okay.
Why is it Finn Balor and Bald Constable on the kickoff show?
I agree. Yeah.
I know you're trying to get people tuned in immediately and have them watch. I get that. Finn Balor's entrance is worthy. If he brought back the Demon for one night, painting him up like Cactus Jack, that would be cool. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Sanity and New Day. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sanity and New Day. This week we got a 10-man tag between them and Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers against New Day and Team Hell No. I believe Team Hell No's and New Day won, and I'm giving this match to Sanity.
Yeah, it's shocking how far the New Day have really come, and like I don't know, bro. Like, obviously Sanity's gonna win this match. I mean, that's easy to see,
right?
But it doesn't matter where you put the New Day, which I don't know if that helps or hurt them. Like, you put them on the kickoff show because you want people to watch, but you could have easily had them on mid card, because it's the New Day,
right?
And this is a tables match, right?
Yep.
Like, you put that on the kickoff show?
On an Extreme Rules pay-per-view.
Yeah. Finn Balor and Baron Corbin better not follow this. That's
the regular Finn Balor Baron Corbin match is on the main show.
As a regular match, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got Sanity.
All right. Me too. I guess we can go ahead and go to the Finn Balor Baron Corbin match.
All right. Good. All right.
You see how far I've ranked it down on my list of priorities of the main show. Probably the match I least care about on the main show. I don't know. I can see this one going either way, really. I'll go with Corbin on this one.
I'm going with Finn. I'm definitely going with Finn. Like, you're truly starting off the show. give people a high note and keep going from there.
All right. Next match, the Deleter of World versus the B Team for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see this thing come to an end. I got the Deleters of World, and then see them dropping the belts at SummerSlam. So I'm going with Bray and Matt for this one.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully after the match, Authors of Pain come out and lay them out.
Yeah, somebody. I mean, something. You got to have something.
Yep. So the next match, Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match.
I really think this will be a quick match. For some reason, I just think this is going to be a quick match. Kevin's going to run around, but yeah. I still have Braun Strowman winning this match, and Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens. I don't know, bro. Like that should be somewhere closer to the end, only because I don't think it's going to be a truly brutal match.
Right.
I think you'll get more of a comedic Kevin Owens and a lighthearted Cage.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go with Kevin Owens on this match. I think he does some way to snivel out and climb over the top or something, some kind of smoke and mirrors kind of thing or something.
And with that said, do you think this continues to SummerSlam?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I mean, listen, look at it from that perspective. I see why you would think Kevin Owens will win.
Yeah.
I just got Braun being Braun, so. All
right. Next match, Jeff Hardy versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship. I think I'm going to go with Nakamura on this one.
Yeah, this is what we're leading up to. The Go Home show, the SmackDown Live's Go Home show is in the best city in one of the worlds, Greenville, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. The Ticketmaster site has AJ, Daniel Bryan, and Nakamura. And when you look at it, you're like, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to see anyway. So I predict that on this show or after this show, they'll all have gold around their waist. So I'm going with Nakamura. Really like Jeff Hardy and like the progress that he's made coming back. But I got Nakamura.
Yep. All right. Next match, let's do Asuka versus Carmella for the SmackDown Women's Championship with James Ellsworth in a shark cage. So crazy how for the longest time WWE never done a shark cage, or hadn't done one in a while, and now it feels like they're doing it at least every other pay-per-view.
Well, we've had 5 since last year.
It feels like it. I don't know the right number, but
Paul Ellering, Enzo, Chris Jericho. So I think maybe 2 other people. 4th, yeah, at least 4. Yeah. I got Carmella winning this. No, I got Asuka winning this probably by disqualification when the Iconics interfere. Something to keep Carmella as your champ and have Asuka winning at SummerSlam.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Asuka winning. I think we've had our share of the Carmella title reign. I think they probably won a big women's title match on SummerSlam, and I don't think you're going to get that really with Carmella. I think they might could do even, I don't know when she's due back, but Asuka Charlotte rematch at SummerSlam.
Oh, I would champion that. I would love to see that.
Yeah. So, or maybe you like an Asuka Becky Lynch or something, because Becky Lynch has been on a win streak.
Yeah, she has been picking up wins. I saw that. And it sucks because she's picking up wins at Charlotte's expense. But Asuka and Becky, that would be nasty. You get 30 days to build it. I'm still going with Carmella, though.
All right, I'm going to go with Asuka. Should be noted when we're talking about the SmackDown Women's Division, on a house show on Monday night, Becky Lynch teamed with Nikki Cross against the Iconics. So maybe that's a sign that they're bringing her up pretty soon.
Oh, trust me, man. They need that. We saw the match with Nikki Cross and Asuka.
Yeah.
Like, we saw how brutal that got, so I would be all for it. And it just makes sense. Like, you bring her up with Sanity, pair her up with Sanity. It just makes for a better, a cohesive unit with Sanity running around in the tag team and now the women's division. It works.
Yep. Next match, we have the Blungeon Brothers versus Team Hell No for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
I don't know if the Blungeon Brothers were a bridge to Team Hell No, but I do see Daniel Bryan and Kane picking up the victory, at least to hold it for the summer. I mean, they're doing much more than the Bludgeon Brothers. Trent, let me ask you this.
Okay.
If you're a kid and it's hot as hell outside, would you rather be terrified by the Bludgeon Brothers or have fun with Kane and Daniel Bryan?
Kane and Daniel Bryan.
So that's where I think they're going. Now, if this is the winter and it's cold and it's snowing and stuff, you go with the Bludgeon Brothers because you're miserable and, you know, everything sucks if you look outside and it's cold, everything like that. And you see these guys walking slow down the ring and, you know, I get that. But with Team Hell No, or as I call them, Team Hell Yes, it's fun. And it's hot outside. The fire reminds you of how hot it is outside. It just works. Like,
I love your reason for picking that Team.
Bro, when you look at TV, the Bludgeon Brothers are boring. And listen, it's not because they're just boring and not talented. It's just they don't let them do anything. Like Luke Harper is the most agile big man that we've seen in a long time.
Right.
But Rowan sucks.
Yep.
You know, I mean, he's just so like there's nothing you can do with Rowan. So knowing that, like, you rely on double team moves and, you know, they're supposed to be giants or whatever. And that just gets, you know, it just doesn't work for me right now. Yeah.
Oh, even though I would pick Hell No, I would still be miserable if I had to pay money to buy that stupid shirt they have out now. That's a terrible shirt.
What is it? What is the shirt? What's wrong with the shirt?
It's Kane's mask with arms coming out of it doing the yes chant.
Oh man. Dude, they printed this up like super fast. I mean, they had to, and if people buy it, they buy it. I don't know. I don't think you get Hell No on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe you get Hell Yes. I don't know.
Yeah, and what about they brought Pyro back for that thing on Friday on SmackDown this week?
Yeah, I saw that.
Is that a clue that we're gonna get Kane's Pyro back now?
I don't know. I mean, listen, he needs to come back as something ominous if they're supposed to be a true tag team and he's going to be the muscle, right?
Right.
And if they're going to beat the Bludgeon Brothers, he needs to be, you know, rocking on all cylinders and not trying to be a mayor.
Yeah. All right. Next match. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship in an Extreme Rules match. And Ronda Rousey will be at ringside.
$10 says she only shows up for this match and they never look over there again. Let's be honest.
Yep.
I got Alexa Bliss.
Yep. Me too.
And I want to say this because everyone's thinking it anyway. Nia Jax is awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that casual fan, as jaded as they are, wants to see some little petite blonde chick. Just what it is. Right. That's just what it is. It has nothing to do with if Nia is vicious, talented, untalented, sucks, anything.
I agree.
You know,
that's why she's been, you know, champion many times because, you know, WWE's aware of that.
Yeah, I mean, I told like I love it when it works, right?
Right.
When she got the Money in the Bank briefcase,
mm-hmm.
over the top, right?
Yeah.
When she comes out for Moments of Bliss, she can talk on the mic. It works. It works, right?
Yeah.
But if you give Nia the title, make something work for her.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they have tried that.
For.
I thought it was, but you have to.
Like coming off the WrestleMania match, that people were actually getting behind her as a babyface, and then they do the Ronda Rousey match and they turn her back heel, and people get uninterested in her again.
Right. And you're not testing if Nia can be a heel or if she can sustain a feud with Ronda Rousey. You just kill all the momentum that she has. Period.
Yeah.
You needed Nia to be a powerhouse and to just destroy chicks. And let Nia go on a run for the summer, bro. Let's just let her destroy chicks. But they didn't do that, and now a blonde chick is back as your champion, and she probably will be champion until SummerSlam
or until the women's show that they're wanting to do. They're wanting to do a show for all the main roster women in September or October to make up for the Saudi Arabia show.
See, here's the thing. Do I think that's a great gesture? Do I think it would be a great show? Yes. But I think they're going to have a lot of bells and whistles on it, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
I would totally be fine if the women's title for both shows was on the line at this pay-per-view. But would I be shocked if if obviously Ronda's not champ, would she have a match? Obviously. Would Ember Moon get to stun somebody? Sure. But would they have would they coincide this show with the Mae Young Classic, right? Like would they pick maybe like 4 girls for the Mae Young Classic? Have them maybe fight on the same night or something. Do like a Mae Young King of the Ring or something like that. To me, no shade on the women. But if you're doing a 3-hour show, I don't think WWE is ready to put that effort into it. If it's a 2-hour show, you have all the championships and the Mae Young final on it. I'm rocking with it. I'm definitely rocking with it.
Yeah, it'll probably be like NXT, like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I can't wait for it, bro. And you have the formula with NXT. Give me 5 matches. You guys get 20, 25 minutes. You have your women. So you absolutely get to have better interests than guys do. Show your character and build it. And if it's done right, it could be nasty, bro. I'm telling you, if it's done right, this is how you would start your own show.
Yeah, I agree. So you had Alexa and I had Alexa.
Yeah, I still want to see like the Ronda Rousey factor. Listen, I think she's gonna get involved. Maybe the ref gets knocked down, and Ronda, picks the perfect time just to lay out Alexa, and then Nia's like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Suddenly the ref comes to, and then Ronda pushes Nia or something like that, and then he disqualifies, whatever. Right. So basically I got Alexa holding on to the title.
I agree. And I still think we might be getting a triple threat at SummerSlam.
I will rock with that. If only if it led up to like a Nia versus Ronda rematch.
Yeah.
I think like that would be nasty.
They were putting on a really good match.
Yeah, bro. Like that, if that match was pretty good. But again, Ronda's not on the show every week wrestling.
Yeah.
And I would love it if they did this thing with Brock, but they don't. Like Ronda's on there wrestling maybe once a month, once every 2 months, but it's a major match. So maybe you're training her during this time. When she comes out and she does anything on Raw, it's like 10 seconds. It's something quick and easy, and she's out. That's all you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Brock can't even be bothered to do that much.
Yeah. Just and listen, if you're a listener of the Wrestling Fan Podcast, we truly appreciate all your feedback. Tweet us, send us messages on Facebook. We'll document all that stuff at the end of the show. You gotta feel the same way. You have to feel the same way. If you're watching Raw, you don't know who the champion is. And if you know who the champion is, you don't know what he looks like because you haven't seen him in forever. You don't. Yep. Period. All
right, next match. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental title in a 30-minute Iron Man match.
I love Iron Man matches, man, because you either see the total talent of the competitors or you get run-ins. And I'm expecting Dean Ambrose to finally show up, even if I'm totally wrong. But I definitely see this match probably being the match of the night. Drew McIntyre interferes, or Dean Ambrose comes back and messes up that final fall or whatever, or they draw and Dolph holds on to it. But this is what you need for Dolph to show that he is one of the best and talented wrestlers out there. Put him with people that he doesn't have to talk you into the match. They can just work. They can go.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dolph Ziggler on this one.
All right.
Next match. AJ Styles versus Rusev for the WWE Championship.
So what day will it be? Sunday?
Rusev Day.
Nicely done, Trent. Nicely done. Who you got, man?
AJ Styles retains. Nice for them to throw Rusev a bone, but I think if they were planning on doing a Rusev win, they would have built this match up a little bit more than what they have.
I'm going to call an audible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling an audible. If Dean Ambrose doesn't show up, if Dean doesn't show up, Rusev wins. Because what else do you have on this show? Listen, you got Ronda. I totally feel you. You got Ronda, but Ronda doesn't walk away with the title, period. There's no way that can happen. So what else do you have on this show?
Yeah, there ain't really anything.
There's nothing on the show. Not like, we're going to get to Roman and Bobby. Okay, whatever. But there's nothing on the show. Tag titles are going to change hands. And obviously you can do this with spacing the matches out. Tag titles are going to change hands. US title might change hands. Maybe you have those matches back to back, right?
Right.
But if those are earlier in the show and your last two matches are your heavyweight match and Roman and Bobby, who wants to see that?
Unless Brock comes out at the end and lays one of them out or something.
Think Brock showing up in Pittsburgh or Brooklyn?
I wouldn't doubt he'd done both.
Okay, no. Listen, you got to have something. Like, that's why I said Dean Ambrose comes back or something. Like, that's because look at it this way: Bobby Lashley versus Roman, Rusev versus AJ Styles, and the 30-minute man Iron Man match. Which one on merit deserves to be the last match?
The Intercontinental Championship.
So with that said, maybe Dean comes back, right? But if you're telling me that because it's not AJ and Rusev.
No.
If you're telling me that this is a dual branded pay-per-view, it's going to start at 3:00 in the afternoon, right? What time does this thing end? It's going to be the same way that Money in the Bank did. That last match was super fast and people were leaving as Braun was celebrating.
Yeah. You
got to keep them in the building, bro. And Bobby and Roman isn't going to do it. Rusev and AJ, I don't know. It has to be Rusev.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still going to go with AJ, though.
I thought I could get you, but go ahead. All right, cool.
And then Bobby and Roman.
No, but just going back to this, bro. Like, you can't do the same thing every time, right? So how pissed do you think people will be by the time we get to Roman and Bobby? Like, I think they'll be. I don't think they'll be pissed. I think they'll be ready to go home.
Yeah. And
to have to watch this match, that might entice them to boo Roman more. But I don't think anyone's super excited for Bobby Lashley.
No.
Does that make sense?
No. Although they have done a better job with him in this feud than they have since he's returned. Yeah,
they've definitely made you take him seriously and not put white women in blackface or men in dresses.
Yep, or obstacle courses.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, so you got Roman or Bobby Lashley?
Probably Roman.
And does this guarantee you a title shot, or like what is this match? Is this a grudge match now? What is this?
I guess it's just a grudge match. I don't know. There ain't no extreme rules to it or nothing.
Okay. All right. I mean, the Kurt might come out and say, "Oh, this is a false count anywhere, no holds barred." So, I don't know, something like that. Just spice it up at the end.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
Okay. All right. Listen, I will be shocked if by the end of the night, by the end of the 28 hours that you're watching this show, if it ends on a positive note. Let's say that.
Yeah. It's crazy now how every show's going to have at least like 10 or 11 matches.
And if you're, bro, it's a summertime. It's definitely summertime. So if you're buying these pay-per-view, I'm thinking that you're paying $60 for pay-per-view. It's on your laptop now for $10. If you're a kid, it's probably the best thing in the world, right? Best thing in the world. Right. I remember when you had parties and you ate pizza and did other extracurricular things. Watching Raw, watching pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. But I'm a grown man now. I gotta go to work. I need a reason to see the credits roll. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yep.
All right, bro. Something that we did touch on was the Mae Young Classic. One participant that has made headlines was your girl.
Yes.
Caitlin. How excited? How excited are you to have her in the NYC?
I'm very excited. That was a great way to, I've been looking forward to the Mae Young Classic anyway because I really enjoyed watching it last year. And with her being the first participant announced, made me even more excited and hyped to watch it.
Do we have any other names for this thing?
Making her return from last year's Mae Young Classic, Rhea Ripley.
That was the tall Swedish chick or something like that?
Australian.
Yeah. With like the super long legs.
Yeah.
And not like, she was extremely hot. She was a badass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool. I liked her.
Yep. So those are our first two. So I'm sure by next week we'll probably have some more people.
Okay. When does the NYC start? Is it after SummerSlam or what?
No, it's the first. I think it's the first weekend or second weekend in August. They're taping it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think it's the weekend. Might be the weekday they're taping it.
Nah, that's cool. I can't wait to just see some new talent, man. Obviously, you will see some old faces too, so that's cool.
Imagine if I get Casey Cat and Zorro in this thing.
Is she ready? Is she ready?
Triple H said in the interview that she's been coming along pretty well, and last year they stuck at Kavita Devi or whatever in there, and she wasn't no good at all. So they might stick her in there if she's doing pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I just remember
he was on there, and I still can't connect with her.
No, that's not gonna work. I just remember I was watching clips of Bianca Belair hair whip people before I saw her. So I was like, this chick has something here, even though it's kind of wacky. I just want to see somebody get whipped with hair.
Yeah, like the 2K19 game's coming out in October, and I'm hoping she's on there, and one of her signature moves is you can beat the shit out of people with your hair.
That is nasty. And we were right? I mean, it was expected. Ronda is the the pre-order special character.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, and that makes all the sense. Yeah, right. So listen, that definitely makes sense. And for Ray, I like it because Ray's a superstar, but in all the games, if you were like a cruiserweight going up against a heavyweight, it just didn't pan out, right?
Yeah.
So now that he's like on Stone Cold elite status, Macho Man elite status, Bret Hart stat, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what the new people are on the game. Who else is on there?
But they gotta make the women better. Gotta make the women better. If you're gonna have Ronda Rousey on it, people are going to want to play with Ronda Rousey. So you gotta get the NXT chicks. You gotta get Bianca Belair on there. You gotta get Nikki Cross. Like you gotta get Shayna Baszler on there. You gotta do all this stuff. So you're not
Cross
just
is on this one, on the one that was already out.
Oh, she was cool. Well, did she come out with Sanity?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But you got to do that stuff, right? Like you gotta have people for her to fight, and I'm guessing you can play as Ronda in a storyline. You got to have a year people for her to fight. Like you can't just have her versus Charlotte. I hope Emma's on this thing. That'd be fun.
Don't think she made the cut.
Dude, what if Enzo's on this game?
I doubt he made the cut either, because now Big Cass might be.
Why wouldn't Enzo be on it?
Because Enzo was cut in January. They had plenty of time probably to cut him from the game.
Okay, but you think Big Cass is probably going to be on it?
He might be, yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. But is Summer Rae on the game?
No.
Is Summer Rae with the company?
No, she's been gone. Okay,
I don't know. That just popped in my head for some reason. I'm sorry, it just popped in my head. Yeah. All right, dude. You want to check in on the reality front?
Yeah, we can check on the reality front. Big Brother comes on tonight, 9:00 Eastern. Did you end up watching it last week?
I have I have DirecTV now, and CBS was gone, so I can't watch it. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it after this one, but I have to use one of my resources to watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, seems like Swaggy C is going home this week. Poor little Swaggy. Yeah. Didn't care too much for him at first. He was a little bit over the top as far as being arrogant and cocky. But once he was put on the block to be evicted, he kind of was humbled a little bit, and he's been a whole lot more tolerable this week. And now I don't want him to go, but looks like that's the way it's going to go.
Okay. All right.
Leaving his girlfriend, Bailey, still on the show.
That's his girl already?
Oh, yeah. They've already done everything. Yeah.
Wait. They've done the do?
Uh-huh.
Damn, son. Really?
Mm-hmm. Like they're not even calling it a showmance. They're calling it like they're actually boyfriend and girlfriend.
Wow. She's a little bit of a slower there. You gonna just give it up?
Oh, not as bad as one girl on there, Caitlin. Remember when I was telling you about the girls with the crystals, the new age holistic girls?
Yeah.
Well, one of those girls, she is wackier than a goofier than a pet coon or whatever that is. JR used to say.
Wow.
She is like psycho levels of crazy.
But she's
like Tyler, poor old Tyler. Like he's gonna have to get a restraining order when he gets out of the house. She's going to come find him. Like, she wants to be with him that bad.
Wow. Okay. This is getting interesting, bro. This is getting very interesting. Nice.
She looks like Nicole Richie. She looks like she could be, like, related to Nicole Richie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, cool. That's different. I got to check it out, though. Definitely got to check it out. I can't believe that my girl Bailey's getting smashed already, though. It's going to suck. Yeah, that's what it is.
And like
What?
they spend all the time in the room together. Like they hardly ever like really
Oh,
socialize much with any of the other house.
you're
They have
not
their few like 3 or 4 of those socialized, but most of the house they don't even go around.
because they're banging all day. It sucks.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, last night, Swaggy said that he was going to ask the producers in the diary room for Plan B.
Damn. Damn. Oh man. Really?
Yeah, and he came back and said that he couldn't request it. That would have to be her that requests that.
Oh, come on.
And then we
Man.
got another guy on there named Fessy, and he's obsessed with this other girl named Kate or Haley, and she don't want nothing to do with him. And there was like a GIF or GIF or whatever they call it on Twitter where she was laying there and he was sitting beside her or something. And he like grabs her leg and like kind of pulls him toward her and tries to like get like sort of like not get on top of her, but like lean down like he's gonna try to kiss her, and she like kicks him off pretty much.
Okay, so we have development. We have some type of pairings.
Sexual aggressors in there, yeah.
Hopefully, no one gets me too on this show. Jeez.
Right, and and Caitlin's boyfriend. She had a boyfriend, the crazy one. Well, He's pretty much like the waiver that he signed, where they could talk about him and show pictures of him. He's pretty much taken that back. So she can't talk. Well, she don't know this yet, but she's not allowed to talk about him, or there's not going to be pictures. Like if she gets HOH again, they probably won't give her a picture of him, and they'll have to tell her that he's pretty much done with her.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. This is a really good season. Way better so far. Way better than last year, but it's only 2 weeks in. So
all right, cool. With that said, are we done?
I believe so. Oh, I know one thing. We probably should have mentioned this a couple of weeks ago because I think that's when it happened. Thoughts and prayers for the family of Matt Capitelli, the Tough Enough 3 guy that passed away with after 2 bouts of, I believe it was brain cancer. I think he had beat it one time and it came back and finally took him out. That's the one that you remember that Hardcore Holly beat the shit out of.
Yeah. Definitely thoughts and prayers out to their family.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. Okay. Well, ladies, gents, listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, thank you for listening. Make sure that you hit us up on our social media platforms one by one, and here they go. Hit us up on Twitter at our official Twitter page, which is
at TWF_podcast.
Make sure that you request Katie Canzaro DMs.
Casey Canzaro.
My bad. Casey.
Get the name right. If you don't say the name, get it right.
Casey Canzaro slides into Trent's DMs and doesn't block Trent like a famous NYC person did. Yeah, let's be honest about that. You can tweet Trent at
NTW3589.
And always get at me on Twitter at BangEm South. Follow us on Twitter. You got the show. You got us. Follow us on Twitter. Retweet what we have to say. Get our status up on Twitter. But definitely check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/TWF Podcast. That's going to have all the shows there, your weekly shows as they get uploaded. You can connect with myself, Jason Fastkade, and Trent Williams, the best in the world, on Facebook. Get to know us, connect with us. Talk wrestling with us, talk shop with us, do all that good stuff. Definitely subscribe. You can listen, you can enjoy, you can share, but definitely subscribe. And as always, hit us up on YouTube. You can check out the channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast. Has the weekly shows, all the shows, the prediction shows, reaction shows, and funny little videos that we put out there as well. Listen, share, but get our views up and subscribe. Gotta subscribe. Like the videos, comments, all that stuff. Helps us out, helps us build the playlist, helps us build the channel, but you gotta subscribe.
Yes, get our views up like Bailey was getting something else of Swaggy C's up in Big Brother House.
Welcome to the show, I guess. I don't know. Trent, what you got going on your site?
My thoughts on prowrestling.blogspot.com. I'll be doing my Extreme Rules review this week.
All right.
And gearing up to do the Mae Young Classic tournament, which I did last year, which is probably one of my highest viewed posts. So I look forward to doing that again this year.
Awesome, dude.
Especially now with Caitlin in there. I can talk about her for half of my post.
Nicely done, bro. Nicely done. All right, Trent. We got the Extreme Rules pay-per-view this Sunday, bro. I'll definitely be chatting with you throughout the show, telling you, man, that sucked, or man, that was awesome, right?
Right.
So with that said, bro, thank you for joining the show. Can't do the show without you. I will talk to you next week, my friend.
All righty.
Take care, bro.